What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video on ESPN, I'm going to be talking about the NFL draft. Yes, I know the draft was about a month ago, but I still have a few things I'd like to talk about. So let's talk about the fifth pick. So Tua Tagovailoa was a quarterback out of Alabama. He was the fifth overall pick to the Miami Dolphins. So Tua Tagovailoa is 6', 217 pounds, and he had a great year last year, right up until he was injured. So let's take a quick look at Tua Tagovailoa's stats for last year, passing. So he threw for 2,840 yards. He threw the rock 252 times. He completed 180 of those passes. His completion percentage is 70%. He threw 33 touchdowns. He threw 3 interceptions, and he ran the rock a very little. He ran the rock 21 times for 25 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, and he did all this in 9 games. And Alabama went 11-2. I do believe if Tua Tagovailoa had not been injured, he would have won the Heisman Trophy. He would have been in that. They would have won a national championship, and he would have been the number 1 pick. But it is what it is. Some things are out of your hands. He can't control what happens like that. But I'm happy he is where he is being a 5th pick. So let's take a quick look here at the pre-draft analysis. Okay, let me play this video for you guys too so you can check it out. So pre-draft analysis. Tagovailoa is a left-handed quarterback with excellent field vision, accuracy, and athletic ability. Oh yeah, he's a southpaw. He has a quick, compact release and good arm strength. He shows some poise under pressure, and the moment is never too big for him. He compares favorably to Drew Brees. So I can definitely see that this stage is never too big for Tua Tagovailoa, and he proved it in 2017 when he was a freshman, and he helped win the national championship for Alabama. And I do believe he was the MVP of that game. So it's not going to get too much bigger than that type of stage when he was a freshman and he was a puppy. So I don't think that his stage can be too big for Tua Tagovailoa. And as far as comparing him to Drew Brees, I can see that. I could definitely see that. But I also see him compared to Russell Wilson. He seems like the Russell Wilson type. And we know what Russell Wilson's been doing. He's been balling out of control. So let's take a quick look at his wide receivers when he was at Alabama, who he was chucking a rock to. So Devontae Smith. So he threw the rock, or Devontae Smith has caught the rock for 68 times for 1,256 yards and 14 touchdowns. Then you have Jerry Jeudy. He caught the rock 77 times for 1,162 yards and 10 touchdowns. And I do believe Jerry Jeudy got drafted by the Denver Broncos. So that's a testament that, all parts are needed. Tua Tagovailoa chucking him the rock, and Jerry Jeudy's catching the ball. Devontae Smith is catching the ball. So that's a good deal right there. So let's take a quick look at the... So one thing I kind of noticed is that I think Alabama had an easier schedule than LSU last year and Joe Burrow, because I see they only played against 4 ranked teams, and 2 of them were in the playoffs. So let's run over those teams real quick. So Duke, New Mexico State University, South Carolina, Southern Miss, Mississippi, Texas A&M ranked 24, Tennessee, Arkansas. That game he was injured and didn't play. And then the next game, LSU, number 2 ranked. I do believe if Tua Tagovailoa had not been injured in Arkansas, that when he played LSU that next week, I think if he was 100%, they would have beat LSU, because I think it was like I think they lost by a touchdown or less, like a field goal or something. I do believe if Tua Tagovailoa was healthy, he would have beat LSU. They would have gone undefeated. He would have won a championship. He won the Heisman, and he'd be the number 1 pick. But again, it is what it is. I'm just happy he is where he's at. So yeah, let's read the post-draft analysis real quick here. So post-draft analysis. The Dolphins traded a second-round pick for Josh Rosen last year, but he lost the starting job to a 37-year-old Ryan Fitzpatrick. Neither is the long-term answer. While Miami finished 12th in passing yards per game, it finished 25th in scoring offense and 27th in total offense. So let's take a quick look at Ryan Fitzpatrick, his stats for last year. So Ryan Fitzpatrick's stats for last year was he threw for 3,529 yards. That's 17th overall for quarterbacks. He threw the ball 502 times. He completed 311 of those passes. His completion percentage is 62%. He threw 20 touchdowns. That's 21st overall quarterbacks. He threw 13 interceptions. That's 23rd overall for quarterbacks. And his QBR rating was 66.5. That's 8th overall for quarterbacks. So Fitzpatrick is definitely on the lower end of the quarterback spectrum. But it's enough that they can maintain with him. I'm glad he's still there. Josh Rosen's still there too, but he's not really a factor. So this would give Tua Tagovailoa some time to heal up, get acclimated to playing in the NFL and things of that nature. Because I heard that a few times that he was going to try and sit out his rookie year and heal up and be as good as he can get, and then come back a sophomore year. Well, I don't know. I just hope the Miami Dolphins use him correctly, give him more than enough time to get acclimated to the NFL, and don't try and rush him like all these other quarterbacks that have been pushed to start and play. Even though your fifth pick, you want to get him out there, but give him some time. Give him some time. So let's go ahead and finish up where we're just reading. So the return of Fitzpatrick means the Dolphins don't have to rush Tagovailoa. See, again, I'm happy about that. Fitzpatrick can take care of business while Tagovailoa gets acclimated and adjusts to the league and come back in second year and ball out. So it continued. Most importantly, Tagovailoa is arguably the best quarterback in the class if he's healthy. Yup, exactly. If he's healthy, I do believe he's better than Joe Burrow. Like I said before in other videos, I do believe Tua Tagovailoa has a bigger body of work because, like I said, he's been balling ever since 2007, his freshman year. 2017. He's been balling out of control. Joe Burrow really just kind of burst on the scene and took care of business last year when he went 15-0 and won a national championship and won the Heisman Trophy. But yeah, Tua Tagovailoa already won a championship and was steady going to championships. So I think, Joe Burrow earned everything he got. He earned it. But at the same time, I think Tua Tagovailoa has a bigger body of work that has his resume is a little bit more chunky, a lot more chunky and consistent. So I guess that's pretty much everything. I guess the last part of that post-draft analysis is you can't pass on him. You can't pass on him if you're comfortable with the medical. I can't read. Yeah. So again, with the medical thing, I hope they give him some time to get adjusted. Let him get stronger because he did look good in some practice drills a couple of weeks ago or a couple months ago. But the thing is, he may be strong enough to do drills, but it's a different story when somebody's coming after you. It's a different story when you have a 320-pound guy that's 6'6" coming after you and trying to rip your head off. That's a different kind of pressure. So again, let's take a quick look at the Miami Dolphins for last year. So the Miami Dolphins went 5-11, trash record. So Tua Tagovailoa will be playing in the AFC East with the Patriots, the Bills, the Jets, and obviously the Dolphins. And some of his weapons, his primary receiver is going to be Devontae Parker. He cut the rock 72 times last year for 1,202 yards and 9 touchdowns. So I think, I think everything worked out pretty good for Tua Tagovailoa. Like I said, he ended up in a draft where I thought he would because Joe Burrow was number 1 to the Bengals, Chase Young number 2 to Washington Redskins. They already have Dwayne Haskins, so they don't really need Tua Tagovailoa, even though he might be better. Jeff Okudua for the Detroit Lions. They don't need a quarterback because Matthew Stafford's there. The fourth pick, Andrew Thomas, offensive tackle. The Giants don't need a quarterback. They don't need Tua Tagovailoa because they have Daniel Jones. This will be his second year. So it fits that he goes and he plays for Miami. That really fits. So, I know he probably wanted to be the number 1 pick. I'm just glad that because when he was first injured, people were talking about like, oh, this is going to be a career ender. So then he went from being a career ender to having to jump up to being, he's going to be like a 3rd or 4th rounder. And then from there, he went up to being, okay, he'll be in the first round, but he'll be the middle first round. And then now he's top 5. And the top 5, the 5th spot, it fits. It fits. So I'm just very happy that Tua Tagovailoa is able to come back and play in the league. I hope the Miami Dolphins use him correctly and don't just try to throw him in there and use him up. So I'm just really, really happy for Tua Tagovailoa. I know he's going to be a baller. I can't wait to see what he does. I'm happy he's playing. What else is there? I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So that sums up Tua Tagovailoa.